We now return to Let's Play Shadowrun Hong Kong. Let's just keep moving, and, well, first things first, I should actually come out here to Shen, rather, and see if there's anything new I can get. Wow. I really want to get some new armor. Can't do it yet, though. Killing Hands and Stride, a bonded spell. I think that's worth it. It looks like it does both together. Decreases any damage the adept takes by 2. Decreases damage by a further 3 rounds when it's active. 0 AP cost attack that does 14 damage to a target. Yes. So I just used up all my frickin' money. Yeah, fine. I need that shit. A bit more. So, this, Killing Hands and Stride, which means I can get rid of both of these now, right? And, turn this together with that one. Requires chi casting 7. Ah, fuck, I didn't see that requirement. You know what? We don't really use this. What I don't actually use is the Mana Fist. I'd rather use you. Also, chi casting 7. Motherfucker! Well, I just wasted all that money then. Great. That's all for now. Next level up, I'm going to have to focus on my chi casting, obviously. Jobs directory. Claim payment. The client is fairly pleased with how you handled the situation. Rooster Lowe has been very contrite and forthcoming, due in no small part to the violence with which you handled the opposition. The client was even willing to overlook the injuries Rooster sustained after hearing that you killed the Talon. Your payment is attached. And the Eastern Tiger data. The money I promised you is attached. Glad we could both work something out that benefited us both. Great. BBS. Post pay data. Check your inbox for new messages. Okay. Let's just progress the story and not focus too much on talking to our friends. Do you have another one for me? Dr. Shen Yang. What are you, slow? I got nothing else for you until you got the dirt on Mao. Huh? Huh? Okay. Kindly Cheng is in the midst of emptying 2 plastic shopping bags when you enter. She places the contents in a pile on her mahjong table. 2 liquor bottles without labels, a box of her thin black cigars, an assortment of individually wrapped gourmet chocolates, and a large caliber pistol with electrical tape wrapped around its grip. Ah, good, you're here. She finishes with the plastic bags and throws them on the floor. It seems like forever since we saw each other. Welcome back. Was your trip worthwhile? Her voice is filled with rusty energy. Yes, my darling, yes. I met with several contacts within my network or referred me to others in neighboring cities. Regardless of how far technology moves forward, tradition demands that some things be handled face to face. I have returned with information that will lead you to the plastic-faced man. The man who killed Raymond Black. Excellent. While you were gone, we uncovered a relationship between Josephine Song and Raymond Black. The Triad woman's eyes narrow. Did you? And what was it you uncovered? The man who raised us isn't Raymond Black. He's Edward Song, the son of Josephine. You were raised by Josephine's son? Her brow furrows. That explains where Edward went when he disappeared years ago. Seattle. Any idea why he disappeared? No. Just that he went missing after Josephine completed rebuilding the walled city. That was in the early 30s. Her face twists into a mask of disgust. You realize what this means, don't you, my sweet? That inbred little goat whore was cold enough to have her own son executed. You said you had news of your own. I told you mine, now tell me yours. And your news was fascinating, my sweet, disgusting and riveting. But my news will give you what you need to move forward. She grabs a bottle and opens it. I know the identity of the plastic-faced man. His name is Lee Tai Lung, and he's an independent contractor, a trusted, deniable asset who handles all of Josephine Sang's more delicate operations, off the books and away from the public eye. The plastic-faced man is her shadowy right hand outside of the corporation. Cheng doesn't bother with a glass. She takes a long pull off the stinking bottle and wipes her mouth with the back of her hand. And I know how to find him, too. I've made contact with an information broker, Xiao Zi, who works out of an abandoned night market in Shek Kip Mei called the Xing House Court. It's not hard to find. She takes another pull on the bottle. He's gained access to the plastic-faced man's complete itinerary, where he'll be, who he'll be with, what sort of security he'll have, the works. She grins, glassy-eyed. You can use it to perform an extraction, grab him and find out what he knows. Did you find out why Lee has a face made of plastic? It's not just his face. Lee Tai Lung's entire skull is synthetic. He's designed himself to be the perfect corporate operative. He's installed a unique piece of headwear, you see. It allocates and compartmentalizes client-related memories so that they can be erased upon the completion of a job. And as an added security measure, this cortical implant will wipe his memory if it detects he's been captured. How the hell are we supposed to get past that? Isabel interjects, her voice breaking slightly as she speaks. I know a way. I've heard of something like this before. I met someone in the Matrix who had to shirk a similar memory wipe implant once. It was a requirement for a big job, and she pulled it off. Keep talking. Her handle is Dreamland, and I know where to find her. All that we have to do is convince her to give up the secret of how she did it. Okay. Isabel and I will go see Dreamland before we hit the information broker. Then we grab the plastic-faced man. No matter who you choose to help you snatch this guy, I'm gonna be there when you extract the information from him about Raymond. Wu crosses his arm across his chest and tilts his head towards you. You got it, Bruce? We should all be there. Gobbet's eyebrows arch high. I know that I want to see this. Very good, my darlings. Now listen to me. After you get what you need from the plastic-faced man, I want you to end him. You understand? The Triad boss taps the table with her finger. I need to send a very clear message that this is what happens when you mess with Kindly Cheng's operations, with Kindly Cheng's people. Josephine takes Nightjar. I take her plastic-faced man. Once you snatch the plastic-faced man, Tsang will know something is happening, and events will unfold very quickly after that. You'd best close out any pressing business you have before heading to Shek Kip Mei to see Xiao Si. Do you understand? Yeah, I get it. Once we set the ball rolling on this, there's no turning back. That's right, my darling. No more side jobs, no more dalliances. Kindly Cheng raps on the mahjong table with an imitation ivory tile. Be sure that your affairs are in order before you head to see the information broker. Well, we were already there, and there's nobody, but Dr. Shen Yang here seems to be really pissed about something. I got a job? No, I don't. I have no such thing. Go to Repulse Bay Hotel. Ah, okay, we just haven't been there yet. We'll be doing that instead. That appears to be the final job, however. Oh, I need to, Maximum Law? Do you have it? I think you just got the tech. Oh, wait. What is that? What is that? Advanced Medkit. Yep. Belongs to somebody, I'll take it. There's a doctor over here, right? We're gonna need to pick up some medkits. And what was the thing about this? I can't get mission information on this because I kind of want it, so I know what the hell I'm going into and what I need to bring with me. Oh, looky here. Examine the lobby. This electro-furnace room has been built out as a medical clinic and a machine shop. The air is alive with the rumble of the furnaces and the hum of cooling fans. It is sweltering. The front area is more like a homey coffee house than a clinic lobby. Comfortable old furniture, used digipads, coloring books. The wall opposite the boilers is cluttered with a mixture of photos and prints, local artists' work, images of military vehicles, off-road racing, Rube Goldberg machines, personal photos, old-time Chicago gangsters, the Desert Wars Motorized Combat Division. I don't fucking care. I'm just here for some medkits. This clinic looks like it's just hosted a party. Spindly mechanical arms swing from unobtrusive wall mounts, pulling down crepe paper ribbons and scooping food platters and empty beer bottles into biohazard bags. A severely crippled Caucasian man sits in a wheelchair amidst the maelstrom of mess and robotics. He's in his 40s, thick beard, tungsten earrings, beer belly, one cyber eye. Both his legs are missing, one at the hip, the other at the knee. He has only one arm and only 3 fingers remain on his surviving hand. His face and arms show the scars of reconstructive surgery. He grins widely at you, regarding you with bloodshot eyes. He's clearly hungover. 10-armed Ambrose. "Hey, I'm Ambrose." He shouts cheerfully in English, his words piling together in a loose Midwestern accent. Loose Midwestern accent? I don't think so. "They call me 10-arms. Welcome to the Kong, fellow Eucasian." He chuckles, his chest shaking with mirth. A Waldo arm springs to life and swings over to him. Its menacing metal pincer momentarily sets a cigarette between his lips, just long enough for him to inhale from it. "Kindly says you're all right. What can I do for you?" Show me your services." "Tune-up or spare parts, medical supplies." "We need some dock wagon stuff, and it is expensive as shit." He's got the good stuff. Okay, here we go. We need one more of that. Basic med kits. We really need the advanced stuff, I think. We only ended up using one dock wagon, but we need the med kits. We'll take another one of those. Okay. Let's look at my team. Oh, I can't actually do this just yet. Well, fine. We'll have to sort this out once I get to combat, I think. Okay, fine. Goodbye, Ambrose. Cheers, Monk. Talk to you later. Now, what I was really actually concerned about was also grenades. I appear to have some, and I imagine my friends will come with more. Let's just go. Oh, here's the weapon shop, right? It's convenient that they're all close together like that. We are heading to Repulse Bay. To dig up information, that means we're going to need a Decker. You know what? We'll just go with the classics. Ractor can stay home. You can come with. It's not going to let me put anything in anything, is it? Can I fucking just see my people, please? Alright, well, fine. Here we go. Exit stage left. You arrive at the eponymously named Repulse Bay, a gleaming hotel and apartment building on the shores of Repulse Bay, Hong Kong Island. Rolling storm clouds choke the sky, lending the structure a sinister appearance. As you push through the doors and into the building, a sudden break in the clouds reveals a sun that's gone red as blood. You make your way into a ground-floor elevator. The attendant pays you no mind. As the car begins to climb, you hear the sounds of merriment drawing closer. As the door slides open, you find Neville Maw's party in full swing. It would help if I could even fucking remember why we're here. But I don't. That's all we got left is flashbangs. I should have grabbed more frag grenades. What are you doing? You know, I might actually want to save that for the last encounter. What I should actually give you is the shotgun. Now, as for myself, I'm all decked out. She's got the ability to heal, but I feel like maybe I should give her one of these anyhow. Okay. Looks good. The elevator disgorges you into the mezzanine with little fanfare. Off in the distance, you can hear the sounds of clinking glasses, carefree laughter, and silverware on china. I'm kinda out of my element here, Monk. I'm not much of a party person. How do you want to handle this? Check the apartment first? My vote is party. Can we go to the party? We'll just play it by ear. I don't know this scene any better than you do. She lets loose a wistful sigh. All right, if you insist. Go on, lead the way. Hotel guest. A sullen-looking troll stands on the periphery of the kitchen. He turns to you, shoulders slumped forward, and sighs. No restaurant service tonight. The kitchen staff's too busy with the party to serve anyone. Wish I could get onto the balcony. He sniffs the air wistfully. All that delicious food. See? This guy knows what's up. What's so special about this party? Are you kidding? There are tons of Trid stars out there. Man, I'd love to get my picture taken with Derek Yuen or Wing Maclam. They're in Promises in Moonlight. You know the show, right? He fiddles shyly. Of course! Can't wait for the news. Nah, that's probably not a good thing. We'll get trapped in a lie here. I'm afraid not. His eyes widen excitedly. You need to see it. It's the best show on Tridio. Ever. He leans in, face inches from yours. Ever. I'll get right on that. Good luck with the kitchen, buddy. Let's go dig around. Matrix data line. This access terminal has an open cyberdeck port. Isabel will jack in. We have some optional things there. I want to actually maybe look at that. Here we are. System trace 30. Oh my god. Something tells me this is going to be extra super hard. I'm thinking maybe that's a safe spot. But then what? I think just running like hell would have been safer. That is a safe spot. Hotel data core. Okay. Oh yeah, there's just a huge opening right there. We could probably have made it across. Completely safe. Just go. Level 7. Okay, not too bad. Begin! Oh, fuck that. Let's just go. Give me something, please. Okay. The squigglies. That starts with an M. This one? Data core. Welcome to the Repulse Bay Central Data Hub. Please state query. Look for information on Neville Ma. Neville Ma, resident, penthouse apartment number 2. Expand query. Door code. Yay, 1635. Let's search other records. Events. One event found. Yellow Springs Films private party, mezzanine level. Front desk indicates 6 unclaimed invitations. Download invitations? Absolutely. Other records. Planned hotel expansion. Accessing expansion plans. Let's pay data. You download the series of files detailing expansion plans to the hotel's ground floor. These might be valuable to local construction firms. Maintenance logs. Reams of data flood the screen. Everything's organized by way of reference numbers. It's an incredibly obtuse and confusing system. Without knowing what number to search for, there's little value to see here. So do we actually need to come back then? I don't know. We seem to have gotten the goods, however. And we've got invitations, so maybe we can go talk to Buddy Boy here. Or not. Inspect. Buddha's Delight is today's special. It looked like there was a door here, but it doesn't appear we can actually go there. Okay, what are these optional things? Go to Ma's party. Fine. And then gain access to the party. Find incriminating evidence on Neville Ma. Well, we'll go in. These guys look a little bit, I don't know what the shit's going on there. Waiter. This party looks like it's really fancy. Who's throwing it? I don't know, but I could swear I saw Penelope Wong in there. Oh man, I'd love to meet her. She's so glamorous. Mm-hmm. Why are you all dressed like that? There's the kitchens. Surely we can do something fun with that. Let's talk to the waiter. The ragged waiter manages to straighten up as you approach. Good evening, sir. Welcome to the veranda at the Repulse Bay. How may I be of service? What's with the guard by the balcony? There's a private party outside, and our establishment provides security for any event that requires it. But don't worry, the balcony will be free again in a few hours. You look exhausted. Why don't you take a break? Not yet. I can't afford to miss any tips, he sighs. I went to Macau last week, and it wiped me out. Bad luck with the horses, you know. Today's the day your luck changes. I'm willing to help you out. For some information. The waiter stares at you, suspicious, but his desperation gets the better of him. I'm listening. I need access to a penthouse apartment. Name your price. I've got new yen to spare. All right, whose apartment? Neville Ma's. 500 new yen and the code is yours. The code is... Oh, well, shit, I already have the code. I didn't need that at all. Fuck me. He whips out his PDA and glances at the bank balance. Okay. Oh, and if you get caught, I didn't tell you anything. Of course not. I've never spoken to you in my life. His smile widens. Have fun with Ma's things. If some were to go missing, maybe wind up at a pawn shop, I doubt they'd be missed. That was completely worthless to me. What the fuck? Okay, we need to attend the party. The security guard stands in front of the patio, a bored expression on his face. He looks you up and down as you approach. Private party, pal. Invitation only. Here you go. He takes the invitation and scrutinizes it. He then looks at you, reluctance plain on his face. Enjoy the party, sir. That's Neville Ma himself. Let's talk to Penelope Wong. She's apparently important. The glamorous starlet flashes you a standard celebrity smile. Lovely, but emotionless. Good evening, Penelope Wong, but please call me Penny. Fantastic party, Penny. Please extend my thanks to Mr. Ma. I'm Mr. Argyle. He'll be delighted to hear it. Our Neville takes any chance he can get to show how well Yellow Spring Studios is doing. Do you know him well? Not directly, but I'm in the film industry too. Just not in Hong Kong. I mostly came to see how he's recovering. A smile lights up her face. Oh, it was absolutely miraculous. I must admit, I nearly died of fright when I heard what happened. But to look at Neville now, you'd never guess he'd been hurt. Just miraculous. I'll keep his secret if you will. It's a shame the rumor mill's caught wind, though. There are rumors? She blinks. I haven't heard any rumors. You wouldn't believe the things people are saying. Embezzlement, secret partners, and other such chicanery. I'm sure it's all nonsense. Her face reddens. That's ridiculous. The studio's doing better than ever. We're even expanding. No money lost there. Yeah? I suppose Neville's gotten some new investors then. Someone new? For a moment she's lost in thought, face twisted in concentration. No, I don't think so, but Neville did make some new friends while he was in Guangzhou. Go on. It was a woman, can't remember her name, who now visits Neville regularly. I hear she's quite the fashionista. Well, a powerful man like him must make a lot of friends. Penelope shrugs. They seem to get on well. I'm a little sad he's never introduced us, though. She's supposed to make an appearance tonight. I'm very much looking forward to meeting her. Penelope's gaze drifts over your shoulder for a moment. She smiles at someone behind you. Oh, please excuse me. That's Mr. Yao, and I promised him I'd say hello tonight. Enjoy the party. Thank you, Penny. It was a pleasure. All right. Let's go talk to the producer. The party-goer raises an eyebrow at your approach. They're serving century-old Cabernet like punch here. It's hard to believe considering how much a single bottle costs, but it's even harder to believe Mr. Ma's hosting this party, and so soon after his accident. I heard about that. Doesn't seem to have slowed him down. The man's a machine. He smirks, amused by himself. Not literally, but he might as well be the way he sprang back after being T-boned at 140 clicks an hour. Seriously? Man should be like cat food after an impact like that. I don't know how, but here he is, alive and kicking. Or dining, regaling, what have you. If you ask me, it's all that positive chi the fans have stirred up. I heard there were entire message boards praying for him and making offerings at temples. The Matrix is nuts for promises and moonlight. If Ma hadn't negotiated a second season, his fans would just have easily turned on him. that's all it takes to win immortality, maybe I should become famous too. Isn't that why we're all here? To be famous, become famous, or make someone else famous? He catches sight of someone across the room and waves. Lisa, over here! Gives you a curt nod. Nice talking to you. Indeed. Well, I guess we'll just talk to this guy then. Wait a minute. Oh, shit. Neville Ma is dressed in an immaculate suit, surveying his party from the edge of the balcony. As you approach, he inclines his head respectfully. Good evening, Mr. I'm sorry, I don't believe we've been formally introduced. He straightens his wristwatch. I'm Neville Ma, owner of Yellow Spring Studios. We're already mixing up our own name? The pleasure's all mine, Mr. Ma. Call me Mr. Argent. Thanks so much for hosting this gala. You're very welcome. It's important to show the industry and the press that Promises in Moonlight is doing well and that we're still a local operation. I hope that you're enjoying yourself. Use astral perception to sense Neville Ma. Focusing your senses, you concentrate on Ma's aura. Your third eye slides open, unveiling the hidden reality of the astral plane. The walls of the veranda balcony go gray and cold, and Neville Ma explodes into scintillating light. Judging by the state of his aura, Ma appears to be in good health. His essence is slightly frayed, the sort of damage you'd associate with a standard data jack. Otherwise, he appears to be more or less intact. You do, however, detect a faint tinge of discoloration on the periphery of his aura. A chronic illness might darken an aura in this way, and you've never seen anything quite like this before. Having seen what there is to see, your third eye slides shut again. If Ma is aware that you have sensed him, he doesn't show it. I heard about your accident. How did it happen? He sighs. It seems as though that's all anyone wants to hear about these days. To be honest, I'm getting rather tired of repeating the story. Suffice it to say, a delivery truck, a drone, experienced a glitch and ran a red light. If it hadn't hit me, it would have hit someone else. Do you think it was intentional? What, the glitch? I can't rule it out, but that seems rather far-fetched to me. I'm just a Tridio producer. Hardly the sort of man to find himself on anybody's enemies list. I heard you made a new friend while you were in the hospital. Yes, Miss Feng. She's quite an admirer of Promises in Moonlight. She kept my spirits up as I was recovering from the accident. What line of work is she in? She's independently wealthy. I believe she was an early investor in Eastern Tiger during their expansion several years ago. I don't know how deep we want to get into this. We might trip him. You were let's not confront him on that. He won't give us any information, I'm willing to bet. Thanks for talking with me, Mr. Ma. My pleasure. Please enjoy the party. I don't want to risk getting him a little worked up, although... What the fuck? What the fuck was that? Well, anyway, we seem to have accomplished that goal, so all we have to do now is just go up to his apartment. 1635, yeah? Yes, it is. Take the elevator to the penthouse floor. Oh my. Fancy fountains. Let's keep going down here, though. There might be nothing. There's absolutely nothing. Keypad. This is a standard hotel door protected by a simple hydraulic locking mechanism. A keypad, is mounted beside the doorframe. Are you fucking serious? I can use astral perception to sense the keypad? Your third eye slides open, and the keypad before you takes on a gentle glow. A repetitive sensation radiates from 6, 1, 5, and 3. The code is likely a combination of these numbers. Imagine that. I've got psychometry. The door unlocks. They really want you to get in. Why is it so cold in here? They really want you to get in. I can see my breath. There's a door there. We should probably check what's right here, though. What did that say? Oh. Search the suits. I thought it said search the sluts. Huh? Rows and rows of finely tailored suits, custom shoes, blah, blah, blah. Oh my. Someone's refrigerator is running. We're gonna catch it. Let's go get it. Click on it. The fridge is well stocked. There's enough food in here to feed a big party. In that? Unless this is a refrigerator, I don't think that's possible. Liquor cabinet. Liquor cabinet. The liquor cabinet is full of expensive wines and spirits. Several decanters sit atop it, but one in particular catches your eye. A bottle of brilliantly bright red wine. I don't know if I want to do that. If he's a vampire... It just hit me that I think he's undead. Inspect. The opposite side of the living room is dominated by a massive security door. It's much heavier than the exterior apartment door and looks like a recent addition. The wall has clearly been reinforced to support it. A series of... I think that's the case. I think if we had managed to get the samurai, whatever the hell his name was, rather than killing him, because, spoiler alert, that was one of the characters we could have unlocked. And I inadvertently killed him. But I'm willing to bet this is something that we would have learned, that we would have been, he would have said, he exhibits the... Although he was a ghoul, so I mean, whatever. A series of the top-of-the-line commercial-grade maglocks hold the door sealed. Be easier to tunnel through the wall than it would be to break them open. Examine the door. A cursory glance at the door frame reveals no sign of a keypad or jack point. But you do see what appears to be an RFID reader. A 16-digit number has been stenciled onto the side of the reader in red ink. This didn't come with the apartment. Why fortify an interior door like this? Probably to keep up appearances. Can you imagine how people would talk if he'd installed this thing in the hallway? Well, one thing is certain. We aren't getting through there without a key. Most likely that means that we will have to get one from Ma or from one of his people. Ah, shucks. I guess we'll just have to go back to the party. I mean, that is the next logical step. Tell me we're going to the party. All right. Saddle up. We're going back to the party. What the fuck? Why would it do that to me? We were already there. So who else can we... maybe we just had to keep... waiter. Good evening, sir. Welcome to the veranda. Oh, it's you again. What do you need this time? I've got some questions about Neville Ma. Heard of him? Didn't we just ask him about that? Certainly. Everyone knows Mr. Ma. Yeah? What kind of guy is he? Between you and me, he's difficult, which is putting it lightly. Man runs the staff ragged. He jerks his thumb in the direction of the veranda. That's his party out there. Richies like him love to display their wealth. I feel like we've kind of broken the continuity of this story here. Sounds like you have some stories. He lowers his voice. Like you wouldn't believe. He once made a handful of us walk all the way out to the Shek O to fetch dumplings for his guests. It was pouring out, with winds blowing around 50 kilometers per hour. Practically a death march in that weather. Why didn't the kitchen here make Ma some dumplings? Ma said the kitchen's dumplings weren't good enough, called them peasant food in front of all his guests. Chef Kang was furious, of course, but since Ma's rich, hotel management told us to give him whatever he wanted. By the time we got back from Shek O, the dumplings were cold, the party was over, and Ma had retired to his suite with a pair of starlets. We had to pay for those dumplings out of our own damn pockets. A couple days later, Kevin came down with pneumonia from the trip. Lost his job over it. And that's just one of our experiences with him. Needless to say, no one here's a fan of the man, but we're paid to serve the tenants here, so that's what we do. He shrugs. It's a living. There's a heavy security door in Neville Ma's apartment. Know anything about that? The waiter opens his mouth to reply, then pauses. Just how do you know about that? When were you in a Ma's apartment? Didn't you fucking just let me tell... We already established that I was going up there and... a few days ago, I left something in there and I need to get it back. We don't want to cause a scene. I mean, we could go bother Ma during his party, but that would look just as bad for you as it would for us. He lowers his voice. Tell you what, try talking to Chef Kang in the kitchen. He's got keys to just about every door in the place. On VIP requests, he is expected to personally deliver their meal. It's a status thing, compliments of the chef or whatever. Poor guy spends as much time delivering food as he does cooking it. All right, thanks. No problem, just don't mention I sent you, all right? Chef's a vengeful man, so I don't want to get on his bad side. All right, enjoy your day. Who else could we talk to here? Penelope Wong. Penelope liked us. Let's go talk to Penelope instead. I'm willing to bet she's got a way in there. Welcome back, Mr. Argyle. To what do I owe the pleasure? This might not... Actually, this is not a subtle way of doing this at all. Just passing by. Have a wonderful evening. Yeah. On second thought, that's gonna cause suspicions. Let's deal with the chef. The chef doesn't like him. This is the better way of doing it. The chef looks up from his pot of boiling water, red-faced and sweating. A name tag is pinned on his lapel. Chef Victor Kang. Thought I told them to send in the waiter. Who the hell are you? Ma's got this door in his room. Big thing, practically indestructible, and somebody said that you can get me inside. Yeah, I could do that. And I could also lose my job for it, even go to jail. Sounds like a real winner of a proposition to me. He strains a vat of boiled fish through a sieve. Got work to do, stranger. Door's that away. I don't understand how Ma can get away with ragging on your cuisine. I mean, you fed his whole party. You deserve better, man. His expression hardens. Yeah, cost me a raise and a whole lot of face. I'll bet that bastard didn't lose a wink of sleep over it either. With a single motion, the chef lops off a fish's head. How about an exchange? Your key fob for Ma's guaranteed discomfort. Yeah, gladly. He grabs a plastic tab from his apron pocket and tosses it to you. Ruin him, will you? Or at the very least ruin his day. I'll consider it a bonus if you wreck his anemic girlfriend and giddy starlet's dates, too. What? Girlfriend? What girlfriend? What's her name? He snaps his fingers irritably. Ku Feng, that's it. She's the rich wench who paid for Ma's hospital stay. Skinny, anemic thing. Never eats. All she ever orders is cheap red wine. First I thought it was a fling, but now I'm not so sure. Maybe you can split 'em up. I thank you for it. Thanks for your help. I'll see what I can do. No, thank you. Peculiar. Let's go see if Penelope knows anything about her. Obviously, we don't want to confront the man himself. Penelope? Penelope? What the fuck, game? Talk to her. Okay, well, that is broken. What do you have to say, waiter? Never mind. Up we go, again.